A happy Thanksgiving to all of you and welcome inside 12th Man Studios. This is Cooler Talk presented by Arctic Outdoors. Saturday from Kyle Field, it's Texas A&M and LSU. Will Johnson and Stephen McGee with you to preview it. And Stephen, the Aggies trying to get over the hump against the Tigers. Haven't beaten them in a while. And this LSU team looks a lot like those pretty successful groups they've had in the past.
Yeah, I think the key to this game is going to be creating turnovers defensively and slowing up their run game, but then offensively not giving away any freebies, not turning the football over, running the ball well. Travion's going to have his best game of the year in order for the Aggies to come out on top this week. But these are the type of games that you have to love as an Aggie fan and as an Aggie player because they force you to play a great football game to beat them.
As always, one offensive and one defensive player you'll serve up that you're looking at. Offensive side of the ball, the tight end that got a little bit snubbed this week as far as the Mackey Award and the finalist list, but Jay Sternberg is still one of the best in the country.
There's no doubt he deserves to be in that conversation, and from a statistical perspective, he's been phenomenal this year. But this week, look for him to show up in the passing game. They're going to try to get down to a single high defense, and we love the matchup in the passing game of a tight end on a linebacker or a strong safety. Sternberger, obviously, a lot more athletic, can get in and out of cuts, and that's a comfort security blanket for Kellerman in the passing game. So Sternberger needs to have a big week in the play-action game to help take some pressure off Travion Williams in the run game.
If you think about how important this game is to one individual Aggie, try and think about Donovan Wilson, a senior, final game on Kyle Field, Louisiana native. I bet he wants to end this streak against the Tigers.
Exactly. Donovan Wilson's going to have to be the emotional leader on the defensive side of the ball, create turnovers. You love safeties that can just be around the football. But this week, especially important for Donovan, getting down into the box to try to slow up their run game in those single high looks. He's going to have to make tackles. He's going to be that last guy there to make that play, to keep a 6-yard run from turning into a 40-yard run. And then, as we saw last week, you got an interception on the back end. It's always good to get turnovers.
Finally, is this about momentum for the Aggies? Can they get kind of an explosion of momentum if they can get this victory in the regular season finale against the Tigers?
Yeah, I think 8-4 sounds and feels a lot different than 7-5, and I think just finishing with a win, going into the bowl game with a lot of momentum, and probably a lot better bowl game, not to mention as well. So you have to like the momentum that Jimbo Fisher and the foundation he's already laid, but certainly a win against LSU has to really propel you going into next spring.
For Stephen McGee, I'm Will Johnson. Happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you Saturday night at Kyle Field.